Thank you and welcome back. Welcome to the show today. The topic today is Between Cross and Crescent, a Christian and Muslim perspective on Malcolm and Martin. And of course we have with us to talk about this perspective on Malcolm and Martin, Dr. AAl-Hadid, who is the chairperson of the Department of Africana Studies at Tennessee State University. And with Dr. AAl-Hadid is Dr. Louis V. Baldwin, who is a professor in the Department of Religious Studies at Vanderbilt University. And of course, let me welcome you, Dr. AAl-Hadid, as well as Dr. Baldwin, to the show this morning. And to say how delighted we are to have the two of you here, and to also inform our audience that this certainly is not the first time that the two of you have been with us, either collectively or individually. And looking back over some of the things that we've done, I can recall excellent shows from the two of you. Dr. AAl-Hadid, I remember quite recently we did something on the African American in the 21st century, which way for the future, as well as the African in the New World. And of course, Dr. Baldwin, you came to us a long time ago with James Earl Ray's wife, I think, and you did that assassination on Dr. Martin Luther King. Right. So both of you, as well as several other talks about Dr. Martin Luther King. And so both of you have excellent credentials, and I know that you have excellent information for our audience this morning. Dr. AAl-Hadid, let's start with you by having you to give us some information about your background, your education, and of course Dr. Baldwin will do the same thing, and then we'll get into the book that the two of you have collaborated on and would like to talk about today.
Well, I'll start with the most immediate thing. Is chair of the Department of Africana Studies at Tennessee State University, a department that was created in 1994, and I was one of the architects and one of the co-founders of that department. And I went to graduate school, University of California, Santa Barbara. While I was in graduate school, I had an opportunity to study in Nairobi, Kenya, and it was at that point, in 1969, that I embraced the religion of Islam, and then from that point, made the pilgrimage to Mecca, and came back to the United States with a whole different worldview. And since that time, I have studied very carefully Islam and Pan-Africanism, and also the plight of the historically African-American colleges. I graduated from Alabama State University in Montgomery, Alabama, and attended George Washington Carver High School, also in Montgomery, Alabama.
Very good. And Dr. Baldwin?
Yes, I grew up in Alabama. As you well know, Dr. AAl-Hadid and I are from Alabama. And I attended Talladega College and got a BA in history in 1971. And at that point, I thought I had a call to the ministry, and so I decided to go to seminary. And I went to Crows in the fall of '71 and received 2 master degrees, one Master of Art, one Master of Divinity, in 1973 and 1975, respectively. Also, as a student, I had the opportunity to participate in student demonstrations in the 1960s, and that had a great influence on my decision to become a scholar, to become a professor. So I left Talladega and went to Crozer Seminary, and from there, I decided to pursue a PhD at Northwestern University in the history of religions with an emphasis on Christianity. And I received the PhD in 1980, and since that time I've been teaching and writing, mostly on Dr. King. I have 3 books on Dr. King. I'm primarily interested in the history of African American religion and culture, and also the history of civil rights crusades, particularly the modern civil rights crusades.
Very good. And of course, I think the two of you have collaborated, as we said earlier, on a book, Between Cross and Crescent. And let's have the two of you give us some information relative to that book, and we, of course, will have an opportunity following the first commercial break to get into some detail in reference to it. But let's have the two of you sort of give us an overview in terms